Radiant team ban.
Alright, hello and welcome to fmbpdota's regular nightly cast of CEVO Season 2. We've got Team Thirst going up against xKaiz. I believe they recently changed their name to Mid-Miss, so if you're looking for them
remaining.
in CEVO, that's what their new name is going to be, Mid-Miss with one S for some reason. And they've got that first pick, first ban for xKaiz. They take out the Wisp, just a scary hero to play against.
Radiant team
At any level of play, especially here when the teams don't know a lot about each other, as likely facing off against each other for the first time here tonight. So Wisp, always a pretty solid ban out. And then Team Thirst definitely knows what's up as they take out that Lifestealer as the first pick. He's just a little too good. Usually signifies that aggressive tri-lane. He can also, given the right circumstances, be a very competent solo laner. And there's such a good hero through the whole game and a lot of potential to make big plays. And I don't know, too hard to shut down really. You gotta pick up a Bane, you gotta pick up a Beastmaster, I guess. Haven't seen that much recently. Or just someone with an ult that goes through BKB. Shadow Demon is not bad either. But then it forces you to pick all those heroes. Not that either or any of those three heroes are bad, but I don't know, just a safe ban for sure. And then Darkseer taken out here by xKaiz, another hero that's just so good overall. Great solo laner. He can go mid, he can go into the jungle, so it makes the lanes a little harder to decipher what Team Thirst might do if they pick up that Darkseer. Also, the Ion Shell so strong in a one-on-one situation, and then that turtling ability or just mid-game team fight when that wall comes online from Darkseer. And if they're having a good game, they get that mech around 12 minutes, just Darkseer, showing he's still worth the first round ban for sure. And we'll see what Team Thirst takes out here in their second round. The Batrider's still in the pool as well as Nyx. I'd have to expect one of those two heroes, and if they're going to get a little weirder with things, possibly a gyro ban out, or I had something else in mind, but I forgot. That doesn't matter. So, because it is the next ban out. Oh, I was gonna say, or maybe the PL ban out. PL not really as feared as he once was. As long as you take out the right heroes, you can kind of aggressive tri-lane against the PL. The PL coddle is still kind of scary, but as we saw recently with the last game I did for the NLGS last night, the coddle PL, it's definitely beatable. You just gotta have a strong mid game. So that Nyx ban out, which is surprising. Teams aren't normally as scared to play against the Nyx Assassin anymore. As long as you're buying sentries, grouping up a little early, or you make sure Nyx is having a rough time in a tri-lane, it's not as scary as I guess it used to be, as he's got nerfed ever so slightly. I think he's still definitely, you know, tier 1 pick. Maybe not as much as a tier 1 ban, because the Batrider was let through, and now xKaiz has that Batrider. Team Thirst, though, they pick up the Shadow Demon, so probably the support they wanted, probably glad. Maybe why they left the Batrider in there, just because they wanted that Shadow Demon and they didn't have the first pick. So it could be some mind games there, or it could just be they don't want to play against Nyx, Batrider was picked, they pick Shadow Demon. Sometimes I might overanalyze things, but I guess that's my job, isn't it? Or I guess I should rephrase that. I guess that's what I'd like to be my job. Then Lone Druid here picked up as probably the offlaner. I don't know, some of the pro teams are saying he's definitely not as good of an offlaner now, as you can't just rush that armlet and have an insane damage for a moderately cheap item, because, you know, offlane Lone Druid, you pull a couple waves, you're going to get the farm to be able to get an armlet at, I don't know, like some boots and stuff, and an armlet in around 17 minutes, and then it's a pretty good item there, and Lone Druid just innately tanky with his true form, so we'll see if it's not an aggressive tri-lane here from Thirst, Lone Druid in a safe lane, or what they do. I mean, Lone Druid can really go anywhere. He can jungle, he can mid, he can tri-lane, he can off-lane, he can solo safe, so pretty much everything available to Lone Druid. And then now it's time for the second pick of the first round for xKaiz. They've already got their strong mid, although it's not a guarantee that Batrider's in mid. Another good hero in the one-on-one offlane situation, also can jungle, and obviously in the mid lane. He can go into tri-lane, it would be annoying, but I think it's a waste of Batrider's potential, because he needs that lasso at level 6. That's what's going to give your team map control, big team fight potential, you know, picking off that Lone Druid fast, or whatever other high priority target Team Thirst is going to pick up here later in their draft. So Batrider needs the levels. I think he needs the solo, or at least a duo lane of sorts, but even that is rarely seen. I would assume the mid lane. And then what's he going to do? What they going to pick here for the second pick? Going a bit into the reserve time.
Queen.
Oh, so it looks like we may see that offlane Batrider. Maybe they're thinking, can this Batrider go against a lone druid 1v1? And I mean, Napalm is going to be annoying. Batrider probably won't have too bad of a time until level 5, but once level 5 hits, I don't know, I think lone druid has to be pretty careful. Although, if you just, get one in Napalm and then, sack a couple level 1 Napalms on, get your burst damage out of that Flame Break and that Firefly, might be able to kill the lone druid pre-6. Or even if Batrider hits 6 first, if he denies a little better for some reason, zones the lone druid out a bit. If he hits 6 with the lasso before lone druid gets his true form, Batrider could potentially get a kill on that matchup. And the only reason I'm analyzing that is because the Queen of Pain was the second pick here for xKaiz. Possibly going to go mid. Could also be that off lane. We'll just have to wait and see how that works out. But Quap, well, I mean, I guess Batrider's a better mid since he's got 100% ban pick rate. But Quap, also a great mid and a little more mobility early on. Get a rune at level 5, gank with it, hit 6 with that. Just a little bit earlier, I suppose. And then some more bans coming out here. So the Magnus is taken out by xKaiz. Then a Bane and a Spectre. So the Bane is taken out, which makes me believe that this lone druid's going to be off lane now, actually. Bane, literally the only hero that can stop the lone druid bear from getting that pull off. Well, at least 100% guaranteed anyways. Because when you put that bear to sleep, the creep lose aggro and then run back to lane as happy, dumb creep. So good ban out for Thirst. But that ban, I think, almost reveals a little bit about their lineup, that they're going to try to do a defensive tri-lane. And they ban out the Spectre as well. Not really sure why yet. It's a weaker hero. But, well, I say weaker. It's slightly weaker early game. When you hit 6 with a couple levels in Desolate, Spectre is really strong. And it actually would work pretty well with the ganking heroes in Batrider and Quap that they have now. So, could be the reason Spectre is banned out. And Juggernaut taken out by xKaiz, and then I already said the Magnus, and everyone pretty much knows why Magnus is banned. That RP, it's pretty strong. Also, Empower onto the Spirit Bear is also quite strong, and then Juggernaut taken out here, most likely because of his healing ward and the potential for that to synergize with Lone Druid's Spirit Bear as they, go for pushing some towers in the mid game. And after that ban of Juggernaut, the Weaver is picked up here by Team Thirst, most likely because Weaver definitely a hero that I think consistently can beat Lone Druid in the offlane. It's a little harder when Lone Druid is fed sentries, but I don't know, I think Weaver's pretty good about it. Just got to be careful right at level 5, but once level 6 hits, you can generally time lapse as long as you're getting some farm early, have that mana regen, make sure you're going to have 150 mana for the time lapse, and you should be able to play pretty ballsy against a Lone Druid. And then to follow that up, Lina here picked up the third pick for xKaiz. Not really. I mean, Lina's super common, so it's not like it's a surprising pick, but normally you see it after the Shadow Demon. And honestly, it might be sort of why the Weaver is picked up. It's just a great hero that would synergize with the Shadow Demon, so they picked the Lina to deny them that. Same with how Weaver was picked to possibly deny xKaiz the Weaver, so basically, it's in sense another ban, I guess. It's like a hybrid ban pick. If that is indeed their reasoning. So Lina here doesn't really have that much of a setup stun yet. I guess the Shadow Strike poison, but that's not really enough, as most people keep it at level 1 or 2 for a majority of the game. Or at least until a lot later, like levels 14 and 15. I guess 13 and 14 actually. Or some people just go stats. And then there's the Lasso at level 6 to line it up with, so it's never too bad. And then, for some reason, people have been picking up Ogre Magi. I don't know if it's just because of the Bloodlust, that move speed. A lot of people underestimate the move speed portion of Bloodlust, that 10%, 12, 14, and 16% at level 4 move speed. So put that on a Weaver in the middle of a team fight, and Weaver is just going to go insane with Saguchi, with that extra move speed, that extra attack speed, Geminate attack. not a whole, well, I say not a whole lot of stuns, but now they pick up the
10
CK,
seconds remaining.
so Weaver's got a little bit to worry about, as well as that lasso from Batrider.
Radiant team ban.
But I think Weaver could potentially have a really good game with the Bloodlust. Same thing with the Spirit Bear with Bloodlust on it. Just a nice support hero with the big stun. And a lot of people say Ogre was never really picked because he's a luck-dependent hero with his multicast,
10
which
seconds
is definitely
remaining.
true. And luck will still happen in the pro scene, and you can get huge
5
stuns off.
seconds remaining.
But I think it's really just the Bloodlust that's been getting him picked up as of late.
Reserve time.
And then Chaos Knight here picked up with the Chaos Bolt.
5 seconds
Gonna be
remaining.
that setup stun for Lina's Light Strike Array, so that's a pretty strong combination there. The Wisp was already taken out, so we're not going to see a Wisp, but perhaps
Dire team pick.
it'd be kind of funny if they picked Leshrac. Chaos Bolt, Light Strike Array, Split Earth. Someone's dead, but we'll see what the last pick is going to be here for xKaiz when we get there. Team Thirst has already banned out Keeper of the Light, and now they're going for their last pick.
Ten seconds remaining.
Wait, I'm confused. Did they miss a ban?
5 seconds remaining.
Puck.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, you don't get to ban and then pick. That would be Imba. But anyways, so Puck picked up here to be the mid, and then Rubik picked up in that 5th round pick. Surprisingly, he lasted that long. It's going to be a pretty strong tri-lane, aggressive or defensive by xKaiz here. And we'll just get into the game before I start introducing who's playing who. Alright, you know what? I'm going to mix it up and introduce the Radiant first tonight. I normally... pause. I normally always do the Dire for some reason, and that's just because when it spawns the camera in the middle, I just top right for some reason. It's just so much... It's where I want to go. So they're lagging a little bit. This is a replay. I could just fast forward, but I don't really want to reveal the game length to myself or to viewers. So we'll just wait through the pause like it is real, and we'll get to introducing here pretty soon. I think I'm expecting this aggressive tri-lane here with this CK, I think. I mean, it would be pretty strong, the Chaos Bolt. The only problem with the aggressive with CK is that you don't have a lot of mana, so maybe I actually retract that statement. Like, once you throw 1 stun, you're pretty much done. If you don't get a kill off, well, it's really like 2. If you throw your 2 stuns and don't get a kill off of that, you're pretty much done in that lane, and there's not a lot of kill potential from there. But they are heading top. I would figure they would need the one-on-one matchup for the Batrider if he was going to go in lane. I mean, he could always just jungle, but looks like they are going to go ahead and throw him in that bot lane as they take to the aggressive tri-lane. But anyway, let's get to introducing. So on xKaiz, also now known as Mid-Miss, we've got xKai himself on that Lina with lots of consumables and wards, so supporting there in the aggressive tri-lane. Epic Epics on the Chaos Knight. Looks like he's going for an Urn, or maybe just tanking up initially there. Going to be that carry CK. Angel Baby in the bot lane. Off lane Batrider with tons of gear right now. I got that Bret Michaels hair. I'm liking that.
To battle.
Showstopper love. Probably just
I've
going to call
never
that
seen
Showstopper.
Radiant's
Mr.
structures looking
Showstopper.
so
On the
fortified.
Quap in the mid lane. Not that fast of a bottle build at all. Regen Tangos and the Null Talisman just for that extra last hitting potential over Puck. As Puck, I think, has 1 more last hit damage off the start. And then we've got Miku 2 playing that support Rubik in that top aggressive lane for xKaiz. And then on to the Dire Team Thirst. We have another pause. Gotta love the pause feature, right? I guess they're lagging. If anyone saw the chat and is wondering what Paladin is, it's just the client that CEVO uses to, you know, make sure everyone's logged in, ready for the match. They actually showed up. No one was subbing in that wasn't actually allowed to, and that the Steam IDs are all good to go. And it's just a client you run before you start Dota. And it's actually pretty nice. But anyway, so Team Thirst on the Dire. We've got Toxin mid lane on the Puck, going for also much faster bottle build, but picking up that salve too. Super Dry on that Ogre Magi Sentries, lots of consumables and a smoke as well. Lone Druid going to be handled by Son of Fiery in that top lane, so we'll see how good his Lone Druid is. He's going to find himself in a safe lane, but it is against an aggressive tri-lane, so we'll see if they can get first blood on him there. Then we've got AM New York, or just AM NY. I don't really know what I'm going to call that, but that is Shadow Demon, picking up those wards and consumables. And last but not least, we got LNR J on that Weaver, heading towards the mid lane right now. 4 going into the mid lane. Looks like a lane swap, trying to get a gank off perhaps. They don't want the Lone Druid up against 3 in the top lane, as that's not really going to be great. He's pretty squishy for a while, and once Epic Epics here on the CK picks up that Reality Rift, they would be able to kill Lone Druid no problem. So gonna rotate these 2 supports back over to the top lane. And I don't know if Weaver's going to go with them. He rotated mid too. He's losing a lot of XP and farm in an abandoned bot lane, so not the best starting thing to happen to that Weaver right there. If he was in mid for that gank, he really wouldn't have provided all that much, as Saguchi costs a lot of your mana pool. Well, I mean, it's always the same, but you know, it costs a bit of mana, has a long cooldown at level 1, so now we see him in the bot lane just solo farming. And Lone Druid will be fine up here with his teammates. The Shadow Demon will provide a nice disruption to the team fight to possibly save Lone Druid. Maybe turn around for a kill, but I kind of doubt it against the tri-lane that xKaiz has. And they can do these pulls, they can stack, the supports can get their levels, Lone Druid can farm the lane, or also just come back and farm the stacks, as we see him doing right now. So it should work out for them, and Weaver now going to be going against a Batrider, should be just fine, although Angel Baby down here does have that sentry drop kind of far back, so if LNRJ gets aggressive and that sentry is dropped a little further back, could pay the price, but probably not going to happen just at level 2. And maybe the tri-lane here for xKaiz looking for blood right now. Level 2 on Epics, so the Reality Rift is there. They can easily catch someone off guard. And then the Shadow Demon is there, but the only downside of having a Shadow Demon with Lina on the other side is that when you disrupt your teammate to potentially save them, you just provide that setup stun for Light Strike Array. So it can be a bit of a double-edged sword this game. And it's kind of funny to me that the heroes that are so good with Shadow Demon, like Lina, like Leshrac, like Kunkka, are also so annoying against Shadow Demon. It's just kind of funny how that works out. For instance, with Kunkka, you get X marked, you can just disrupt yourself or disrupt your teammate that got X marked, and then he can't land the tornation. When Lina and Leshrac are on the other team, you try to save your teammate, they line up their stun, and then you get flamed, and then you quit Dota, and stuff like that happens. So, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Maybe those were a bit extreme, but anyway, maybe trying to check out some of the CS here. We got Batrider. He started in the jungle to hit that level 2, thinking he might be facing a tri-lane initially, so I think that's why he started in the jungle, to get level 2, to get that Firefly and the Napalm up. But now we see him at level 4. He's got 14 last hits, the most in the game right now against a Weaver, so doing really well. CK with 11 Epics on that in the top lane. Weaver at 12 now at bot. Quap in the mid lane sitting around 11, so doing a good job. Tied right now with Toxin at the same. And then we see Lone Druid in the top in his defensive tri-lane at 4. So arguably this offensive tri-lane already being super effective with Epics. 4 times the farm right now, or almost 4 times the farm after this wave of that Lone Druid. So doing a good job of stopping his farm, but no kills yet. No first blood on the board at 4 minutes. If we check into the graphs just to get a feel for the game, yeah, still very low there on the gold graph, only about a 200 gold advantage. XP though for the Radiant. The lane's working out a little bit better. Support's getting a little more farm. Batrider doing well. About 1,000, maybe 750 XP lead right now. So if this continues, if this laning setup continues, we're gonna slowly see xKaiz come out of this with more of an advantage into the mid game. And I'd argue that they have the better mid game heroes, minus that Puck. Puck's Dream Coil and Waning Rift is just so strong. I saw a funny thread on the on Reddit, subreddit for Dota 2 last night about the Puck face update. It's like, it looks like a girl, which is weird for the manliest hero in the game, and I would have to agree with that. Puck can man up hard sometimes. And it looks like, who's pulling this wave over here? These are the Dire creep. So the Dire were pulled into that stacked big camp there just to help pull the wave. Oh no, that was the Radiant, sorry. I think the Radiant just pulled a wave over there to disrupt the flow of the wave. I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention. But anyway, both trying to get the equilibrium. Team Thirst trying to get the equilibrium in front of their tower so this lone druid can get some kills under safety. And then xKaiz trying to do some pulls as well to pull them away from their tower so that they can get some kills, as they are the aggressors in that tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. And Showstopper in the mid lane rocking some sick items right now. Those wings of the ruby web are kind of scary looking. But anyway, still doing really well. 21 last hits. Puck also faring pretty nicely. So Toxin at 19, CK now at 18, Weaver 26. So Weaver has caught up to that Batrider, who's still leading at 27. He's going for tread. This laning situation though, I'm surprised Batrider's having such an easy time. Maybe Weaver's just a little scared. I mean, it's like their first CEVO match, I think. I don't know if they joined after the first preseason week or not. Maybe their second. Actually, I hear Reality Rift going off up top lane. It gets canceled by nighttime vision, as it's now the first night on the map, so no action yet. But I don't know, Weaver just playing a little passive. He's farming well, doesn't want to throw the lane and make Batrider win it by default by maybe getting aggressive, since he sees the sentry on him. And Batrider is an amazing 1v1 hero. And I don't think Saguchi is going to purge Sticky Napalm. So your turn rate would still be pretty jacked up, and it would be hard to fight. So just going to farm it up. But this means that Batrider going to have a very fast Blink Dagger, and that's really going to open up the map probably around the 10-12 minute mark. So going into the, I guess back to day. I should really memorize the time. I think it's just like 5 minutes and 40 seconds for each one, and like a 20-minute in between. Or 20-second in between, or just 6-minute days, and then 6-minute night. I don't know. I probably sound like a noob now, but actually we see a rotation to the top lane. Toxin gonna be the first to break that laning phase down as he TP's top. He's level 6. He wants to use that Dream Coil, the initiation onto Son of Fiery, and then Puck shows up to spoil all the fun. But Epic super tanky right now, gonna get out of there. The Dream Coil's still there. They don't want to break it off. Showstopper also rotates top, throws off a nice Sonic Wave, picks off Toxin on the Puck. Son of Fiery gonna go down as well. The 2-second stun gonna come in from CK, but it looks like Rubik actually just gonna pick up that kill with a Fable. And then action, Mr. Showstopper just not gonna let that show stop. He had the haste rune as well, so that's how we got up here. I think he grabbed it, TP'd as well, or it was just bottled. So that rune control from Quap paying off right there. Puck thought he had it. He had to feel so good about that Dream Coil, but CK just a little too tanky. Already 853 health. Lives through that, wands up, turns around, throws a stun. Quap comes in with a Sonic Wave, and they pick off 2, and they only lose 1.
You had that, didn't you?
So let's see. Actually, Lena went down, so xKaiz dropped there for xKaiz, and then Toxin and Son of Fiery going down on the Lone Druid and Puck. And looks like the first blood was also to Mr. Showstopper, so gonna feel good on that Quap as he returns back to mid lane, grabbing yet another rune, and xKaiz maybe starting to roam, or actually Showstopper possibly just gonna go back top, try to get this action going again. Toxin in the mid lane, and Dream Coil is such a low cooldown, 10 seconds, it's already off. He doesn't have a TP though, so since Quap is top, they don't know that the wards aren't there. xKaiz just rewarded the rune spot themselves here as they went down about 2 minutes ago, and they're looking for another kill. We're gonna find Lone Druid. He's not level 6, he is level 5. The Bears got Entangle, so he's got the potential to make the plays, but with all the magic bursts coming out of xKaiz right now, I think he's in a lot of trouble right here. Unless he gets a one-hit Entangle, no. Where's that Root Gaming? There it is. Root on the second hit. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's going to draw out his life a little bit as we see the rotation coming up. Shadow Demon is the next closest. Toxin over here might have a nice Dream Coil on 2. I think xKaiz might be going down here again. The poison goes out. The Dream Coil doesn't land. He takes the Ethereal Jaunt though. Light Strike Array is stunned up. The Urn Heal was out there on xKaiz, but he's going to go down. Miku also now in a lot of trouble. Super Dry picks him up. Showstopper gonna get another kill, but Epic's picking up a double kill, now a triple kill as he goes after that Shadow Demon.
My thanks.
They're doing a good job there to pick up both of those kills. xKaiz drops again, as well as Rubik this time. It's still a 3-4-2 trade in that top lane, so I'd have to say it's kind of worth it. It's forcing a lot of rotations, and Batrider and Weaver still just going blow to blow in the bot lane. Neither rotating, both need their items. Especially since in this game, I think Weaver is really going to be called on to be that hard carry throughout the mid game and also sort of into the late game, because I think CK kind of beats the Lone Druid if he gets that obviously if he gets the stun off. But if he has this, even if he just has his Phantasms up with a Reality Rift and some crit luck, I mean, I think Lone Druid's in trouble against this CK, so Weaver's going to also need to be pretty farmed. And since Lone Druid getting nothing right now, Weaver's going to have to get some items to buy him some space. But that space might be pretty expensive. It's going to be hard to find that, as, let's see, 1,400 gold here on the Batrider. He's going to have the Blink Dagger relatively soon. Toxin now in trouble in the middle lane. He's going to jaunt over to the trees. He throws off the silence. The Sonic Wave is there. Is he going to blind Sonic Waves? He sees him back at the tower now. Now attacks the tower. It doesn't really matter. Dream Coil's dropped. Puck goes down. Super Dry's here as well. Doesn't have any mana to stun though after his TP, so not even sure why he TP'd, but I don't know. Maybe didn't really think about it. Just got reaction TP to save a teammate. But either way, nice pick off again for who got that one that time. Queen of Pain got it, even though to make sure Rubik didn't snipe that kill. Now Shadow Demon finds himself alone in mid, separated from Ogre here, and I think Lina maybe gonna try to bait out a disruption to land a Light Strike Array. Or just walking around. Doesn't have the wards. Could put some wards in the jungle. Sure, Lone Druid or Weaver don't retreat to the jungle to find their farm, but that doesn't look to be the case. Actually, what is Weaver going for? I would have to assume it's a Linken's, as he has the Ring of Health, and he's definitely going to need it this game. With the Reality Rift, you know, the Chaos Bolt can be pretty strong. It's not a Fiery in trouble on the top lane. He's level 6 and still getting burst down so fast. And he's 1 and 3, so he managed to pick up 1 kill. Probably either on Lina or Rubik. He's died 3 times. He's having a rough go this game. 2,000 net worth compared to CK's 2,000, so I'd have to argue. I probably wouldn't have to argue actually with anyone to say that xKaiz is definitely winning this aggressive tri-lane.
Has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is
But
under attack.
there's been no gank attempt yet on Weaver. The supports haven't decided
celebration?
to go down there to try to gank him or to even roll down there. I'm pretty sure that CK could stand alone against that Lone Druid, no problem. But maybe xKaiz is just a little bit more worried about the CK getting back, or sorry, the Lone Druid getting back into this game with that carry potential than they are of just buying a gem or sentries to shut down Weaver in a team fight, as they do have a lot of stun. And if they switch to that mid game 4-man protect 1, 5-man Dota
bottom tower is under
before
attack.
that Linken's is up, which the Linken's is an expensive item. It's probably going to be there around the 20-minute mark. I think that would probably suit xKaiz's game plan pretty well. To just fight before that Linken's is up, take some team fights, and just boost their advantage and snowball out. Snowball over the Weaver. And as I say that, 12-minute mark, Blink Dagger's up, so my initial estimate of 12 minutes, I was 40 seconds off, but no, I'm still learning. So, good there for Angel Baby. Probably going to see him. He's got that TP. Going to go get involved elsewhere, try to get another pick off.
Tower is under attack.
And we see Super Dry rolling behind the mid tier 1.
Been cause for celebration?
They want to kill Showstopper. Showstopper's having a great game. 2-0-5 right now. CK 4-0. Wow. Having a great game with there. Got a triple kill pretty early on. Or actually not too long ago. Actually even buying a smoke here. So professional plays coming out of Angel Baby right now. He wants to pick off. Risk it to go on Puck. Puck has that quick instant silence. He's probably going to get the Shadow Demon. Yeah, that's what he's going for. So Dream Coil is going to go out from Toxin. They're right by the tower, but it could have been a good Dream Coil, but just going to back up as 4 are there in the mid lane, and that stun possibility is there with that Telekinesis and the Light Strike Array coming out of Lina. And this could be the push to, I guess, the second tower. Top tower went down to CK already. Send a Fiery now, finding at least a little more space to farm, as it looks like the mid-game push and aggression has sort of started here from xKaiz. So really nice pick off there. Just on Ogre to buy even more time to push here. Toxin possibly going to go down as well. I don't even know how NY is still alive. Epic Epics taking a lot of tower hits right now. Wants to go back in on this. He's got the Iron Charge to heal up, but wow, I should be watching this. Weaver picked up a double kill here on the... Almost gets a triple kill, but Lina gonna get out of there. And sorry for not seeing that Weaver going to town. I'm tempted to actually rewind it, because I sort of have instant replay capabilities. I'm gonna do it. Alright, I think I rewinded pretty far.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so Batrider's already got the pick off here. The Shadow Demon's down from that, and we're gonna watch. We already saw that fight in the mid lane, so the TP comes in from Weaver. Weaver TP's to the mid lane. That Dream Coil's down, buying him some time. He's gonna go right in with the Q, sending out that Swarm, going in with Saguchi, doing a lot of damage to the supports, focusing them out first. Looks like he's gonna get Quap here, as Quap has got the Soul Catcher as well. Gemini attack goes off here to pick off the Quap, and now onto xKai, who then TPs out, and that's right where we left off. So LNRJ with a nice TP in, gonna help him get to that Lincoln's even sooner. So a nice play by there to finding his first involvement, and arguably a bigger first involvement than Batrider's just one pickoff. I believe it got, CK got an assist and it got a kill. Quap got 2 kills and then died. But, the Weaver picks up 2 kills, and that just speeds up his Lincolns that much sooner and gives him the ability to do that much more often later on with that Lincolns up, which got buffed, by the way, in 6.78. Cooldown reduced. It's already so low. Cooldown reduced even more. I think it's like 17 seconds now. We'll wait till he gets it. I don't like opening the shop in Spectator. Epic goes in on 3. The TPs come in as well. The Swarm goes out from Jay to provide some vision. They had to creep up the hill anyway, but although look at the Swarm, it's doing a ton of damage to this Lina here with only 600 health, level 5. Ooh, that's my text message. Sorry. Shout out to StarCraft. And how awesome my text message notification is. But anyway, it looks like the push instead of the dive that they kind of turned that into last time. Bit of a mistake there, I think, by xKaiz. They were definitely controlling the game. Definitely had all the momentum, even like more morale, I guess. But now Weaver comes in with the 2 kills. Team Thirst probably feeling good, but as I say that, Angel Baby blinks in onto Shadow Demon, gets a pick off, talks him with a nice Dream Coil. Epic's getting pretty low. Jay, he's gonna take him out. He's on a killing spree now. That's his 3rd kill after those 2 in the mid lane that we saw, thanks to instant replay. Maybe Jay trying to hunt down just a little bit more. Gonna have to back off. He's got that ultimate orb up, so now he just needs perseverance and that recipe. So he's about 1,500 gold off. So yeah, maybe if he goes back to farming now, he's getting pretty involved. It is allowing Lone Druid to farm a little bit more as he's got the phase up, pretty close to Trinkle Boots on himself, Orb of Venom as well. So not a whole lot, but he's definitely behind the normal armlet time for about 17 minutes. Not that you go that route anymore, but you can see how far he would be behind. Epic's in the mid lane. Go down again. So CK was having one hell of a game. Now he's getting, I don't know, maybe a little over aggressive. Same thing with Showstopper going to go down here. And looks like Team Thirst on the comeback right now. 9-11. Check out the gold graph. It's still not budging that much, but the XP graph is really where it's at. Going down to almost even now after an almost 5k advantage in XP. Gold gonna level off at 4, maybe 3k after that team fight. So still a decent advantage for xKaiz, but I don't know, just being a little over aggressive, I suppose, which is sort of what they have to do against that Weaver and Lone Druid, as they only have that one hard break that can carry. They've got Quap that can carry for like maybe 10 more minutes. But they got to be careful. Nice pick off on Puck there on Toxin. I don't think he's anywhere close to a tank dragger, so that'll help out a lot, as well as that pick off that they just got there in the mid lane on Weaver. Also going to help to slow down Weaver's Lincolns that got quite accelerated with that killing spree going off. And Angel Baby pops that flame. What is that even called? Firefly there, and he's going to pull that lasso out. Maybe he doesn't even have to lasso Son of Fire. Oh, it's on cooldown anyway, but Laguna Blade xKaiz now was level 5 last time I checked. Looks like that team fight bumped him up to level 7. Throws the Laguna Blade out onto Lone Druid, and picking off both carries there. So let's see. CK's died twice in a row. It was a bit unfortunate, but he's still 6-2. So, I mean, it's a nice little padded score there. As well as, well, he's not farming that great, but he did, like I said, he's got 6 kills, and he's kind of responsible to. They've got to ramp it up in the mid game basically, because now that he's not farming and just roaming around and trying to get kills, they need to get those kills. They need to push these towers, keep Team Thirst inside their base, otherwise they're gonna get out carried by like a turtling Lone Druid and Weaver who are just farming up and getting huge, or they find some space. Or Team Thirst, they've started coming back in the kills, some nice Dream Coils, Weaver picking up some kills as well. So Team Thirst doing the right thing, smoking up, trying to get another pick off here, trying to slow down the Quap, slow down that CK, or even just get some kills of their own on the supports to just get experience. Or possibly even take the lead in experience. No, after that last little team fight exchange, wow, another, woo, that graph is graph's confused. Back up to 5k XP advantage. The gold, also, you know, 7k advantage right now. And the score 14-10.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like the recipe's there. Only another 700 gold before Jay picks up that Lincoln Sphere. That'll be a big deal for Team Thirst's team fight. And Phantasm popped off here just to push the tower so that they can back off. But it looks like the deny is still going to be easily had here. 52 HP. The creep wave pushes it back. The tower gets denied. Looks like, I don't know if they were aware the tower is that low or just a little playing a little cautious, a little too scared to force the team fight to try to get that last hit on the tower instead of having it denied. But that deny there is a big deal. Angel Baby goes in on the Bat Rider. A bit unfortunate, Blink just a little too short, trying to get the lasso off on the Weaver, who doesn't have the Lincolns yet, but he's getting closer and closer as he gets that kill there on Bat Rider. And I think this is going to have to signal the end of this push. Nice dodge of the Dream Coil, or excuse me, the Orb. And he's going to TP out just fine. Woo! That was close though, after that Waning Rift and Geminite attack. And now the smoke goes out. The smoke TPs to the top lane. They're trying to get fiery. He's retreating back into the jungle just as a safety precaution. Doesn't know the TPs are coming. It's nighttime and the creep wave wasn't quite there yet. They're going to find him. That's a 4-second stun. The Light Strike Array going to land, not stacking it barely at all. The Laguna Blade goes off as well. xKaiz now on a killing spree. And they pick off that Lone Druid yet again. If we check out Lone Druid's net worth, sitting at 3,600 gold. Meanwhile, Weaver now top of the net worth chart because he's got the farm and the kill, whereas CK kind of just having the kills right now. Jay going to try to solo this up. Looks like Jay is, or sorry. Oh, he gets it off. There wasn't enough damage. Jay gets away with about 20 HP, pulls off the time lapse, and now actually gets away with pretty much full HP. So he's happy. He was close to his Lincolns. That would have been a huge kill on that Weaver to slow down the Lincolns as he was quickly approaching it. And still quickly approaching it because he did not go down. Going to have it here in about just 30 more seconds. And maybe Team Thirst looks to team fight, but I think they should sit back. They should try to find all the farm they can. This Lone Druid needs to catch up as we see him below Puck. We got Quap, CK, and Bat Rider, and then Puck on his Lone Druid's team all ahead of him. So he needs to catch up, find some farm, get some items. He can't go Radiance. It's way too late now at 21 minutes. Even with the buff, it's just not enough. So he's probably going to go the Maelstrom. If he needs some, I don't know, sustain in the team fight. Could go Vlad's, but the Vlad's won't give the lifesteal to the Weaver. It will give the damage aura, but I don't think that's really the best choice. I think the MJ, just for some attack speed, some AoE for the Phantasm Illusions of CK. If not, just pick up an AC. It's a pretty expensive first item as it doesn't really have any damage. So I don't know, I'd have to say the either a Basher or a Maelstrom. Gonna be his first item choice here, after pretty much getting up the boots on both himself and the bear. And 700 gold, so yeah, he's far from anything, honestly. Check out Weaver, though. Weaver's got to have the Lincolns now. Yes, he does. 40 gold, and it looks like they're trying to smoke up and fight, which I'm going to have to be honest, I don't really agree with. I think they should sit back, and they should just ward up, they should farm. They should have Puck, Shadow Demon, and Ogre around the carries while they're farming. And just try to outcarry this late game instead of trying to force the issue. But as I say that, it might work out. xKaiz not really all together right now. The Dream Coil is dropped. Q's gonna miss. They still may have the damage here. Yeah, it's Ogre. Ogre had the right idea with that flank, baiting out that blink. And since xKaiz was so separated, he didn't run into anyone else. So nice play there and a nice pick off on the Quap. And back to farming they shall go, or possibly into a Roshan. Looks like it will be the Rosh. Toxin does have BD, not for much longer. Get a couple hits in here, but it's always a pretty fast Roshan with the Bloodlust Spirit Bear. Classic Bloodlust Spirit Bear Roshan. Level 1. It's actually not a bad idea. Ogre and Lone Druid level 1 to do Roshan.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Still gotta say, the best level 1 Rosh. Gotta go to Alliance with that TP mid. That was just insane. Oh, that blew my mind. It's like something I'd never even thought of, and it was so simple, because obviously killing Rosh gives you enough money to have afforded the TP you bought and the lane advantage right off the bat. It was just genius. And I believe that was against DK, and DK played a hell of a game to stay in it, but I don't know. Shows why Ursa isn't an amazing pick a lot of the times. Anyway, I guess I shouldn't have just spoiled that game. Maybe people hadn't seen it yet. Where are we at, though? We've got Weaver still at the net worth, and then Puck, and then... Oh yeah, the Armlight is what I saw last. Actually, Puck now picking up that Blink Dagger. So Toxin's going to have the Blink Dagger, so even better Dream Coils on what have already been very nice Dream Coils. And Armlet here after boots. Power Treads, Drums, Urn, and into that armlet. So kind of a like a sustaining mid-game CK, which is obviously their strat here to sort of just push down the towers and out team fight Team Thirst, not allowing them to farm. I think the puck would have been a really good ban. I can't remember. They didn't ban a last hero, so that should have been the puck. This game could have been very different. But as I say that, a nice initiation by Epics and Batrider, doing a ton of damage right there. They're able to take out those two, force 2 buybacks, and if they can get away from this without dying or even pick up more kills, team fight is going to be extremely worth it. And it looks like Superdry casting that. Jay getting really low. He's going to go down. The Aegis is popped. The 2 buybacks and the Aegis popped, but they've lost 4. They're about to lose 5 if Root Gaming has its way, and actually looks like Spirit Bear is going for the Basher. Nice armlet toggle to stay alive just a little bit longer, but he goes down. So they kill 2, force 2 buybacks, and drop the Aegis. But for a 5-man wipe, I don't know if even that was worth it, as they're going to get some towers here, maybe even 2 towers, as the pushing power of that Bloodlust Bear. So a nice team fight there for Team Thirst to turn this game around for sure. Now we can see the gold graph dip in after that, and the XP has actually dipped over into the Dire's favor for the first time this game now with a 2K. Probably going to go up to maybe even a 3 or 4K lead after that team fight kicks in. Maybe not. Now Weaver already back up to 2,300 gold. He's 100 away from the Demon Edge. MKB, the next logical item. Pretty much the standard Weaver build. If you're having to go carry, just go Lincoln's MKB. And then after that, you know, just do whatever your heart desires. If you're the Weaver, that's sort of, I guess, offlane Weaver, and you've got a harder carry in a lane that's doing better than the Lone Druid did in this game, you can kind of go for like a earn drums build I really like for the mid game. If there's not a lot of stuns, but this game there are a lot of stuns, so pretty much no matter what, should have went Lincoln's straight up this game. And the Basher now finished on the Spirit Bear, so Lone Druid catching up now. We've seen him overtake the Batrider already. He's catching Quap, and then, or sorry, catching that CK now, which Lone Druid was so shut down in this lane, and now he's already caught up to CK. We can see how the tides are slowly turning to Team Thirst, the team with the better carries. I mean, I still think CK beats Lone Druid one-on-one, but he's got a lot to worry about this game. That Weaver as well. Check out the levels, I guess. Weaver now the highest level, level 16, so time lapse now costing no mana. Quap at 14, Lone Druid at 14, I guess that's solo XP. Despite all the deaths early on. 13 to 13 and 13 on CK, Batrider, and Puck. 11 on Rubik, 10 on Lena. So level 3 Laguna Blade on the way, as well as level 3. Sorry. Level 2 Laguna Blade on the way, and level 2 multicast. So that level 2 multicast will be really nice for Ogre Magi for sure. And then Shadow Demon here, level 9. Poor Shadow Demon, always the lowest. And it looks like Lone Druid has pushed down this top tower, but it could be a bit of a trade here for the mid tier 2. Maybe the team fight now. Team Thirst, they pop that ultimate on Epic. Epic pops the Phantasm to get some damage off. Everyone's stunned up though. Dream Coil only on 1 actually. Ogre goes down. That was the 4-second stun though that he needs for this Weaver right here, who's got the Lincoln's 8 seconds on it, and he can go back in. They've lost no one yet. I think it's time that maybe xKaiz backs off of this team fight. The Bear's getting pretty low. They're going to go back in and actually going to be focused here by Epics. So the Bear goes down. That's 300 gold going the way of CK. The resummon is available, but it's kind of a risky resummon right now, as everyone is dying. He's resummoning the Bear. If he dies here, he's not going to have it for 120 seconds. Batrider popping up his ult. They're going to find Puck. They pick off Pucks. It's 3 for 1 as Rubik drops on the side of xKaiz. The Sheepstick though up on Showstopper. That was his first item. He just rushed the Sheepstick. The Entangle was there. Maybe not. Maybe just the Bash. But Lone Druid going to go down. Weaver has bought back. This could be a lot of kills for Weaver. Where is Weaver? He's just running back. TP might have been on cooldown as Weaver is running back now after the buyback. I think he bought back. Weaver did buy back, so that's going to delay his MKB, that death, and then that buyback to save a tower that really couldn't be saved. I don't know if it was entirely worth it, but maybe would have been forced to buy back if xKaiz could have maybe got the tier 3 tower, or they could have rotated bot or top, and bot in this case, as the creep wave is there to push this bottom tier 2 tower down and just take more map control. So xKaiz was slowing down a little as the game was 17-17 for quite a while, but now a very nice team fight forcing another buyback. So there's been 3 buybacks on the side of Team Thirst. The score now 22-18 with xKaiz leading. Checking to the gold graph, back to about a 5k lead, and they've taken back over the XP graph as well, but not that big of a difference anymore. Just 1,000 XP, 29 minutes into the game.
Damage!
And I forgot to take a Roche timer because I saw those posts last night about the new Roche timer in game, and I kind of just forgot. I was like, well, I don't need to do that anymore. Looks like I was wrong. But the blink dagger on Toxin, he had it for the last fight, and they were still able to take him out. I think he got a 4-second stun on his face, so a little bit unlucky there was the puck, but it was a great team fight for xKaiz, and they need to continue what they're doing. They need to keep pushing the issue, especially after the buyback. If Weaver gets an MKB this game, it's going to be really hard to stop. And Jay's got the DD. He wanted to use it, but he sees 3, actually all 5 on both teams here. Well, Toxin a little further away, but it's puck, so he'll make it. And they're looking for a pickoff here. 2 are seen in the woods, and it's CK and Quap, so they gotta know everyone's here. And they're looking for pushing this tier 2 tower top, which is what they gotta do. That way they can control the dire jungle and make sure that lone druid's not finding any farm. Weaver still has the opportunity to split push the other lane, but at least they're denying 1 carry. And they've got plenty of lockdown to kill Weaver if they take out a lone druid first, or vice versa. Even with the Lincolns, I mean, they know the Lincolns is up. Weaver can just telekinesis and the Chaos Ball, or the Chaos Ball since it's a little more instant, I guess. Super dry though, gonna get picked off, maybe not. A nice disruption to basically Laguna Blade. Quapsalt goes out, xKaiz getting kind of low, but somehow still alive. Weaver now on the backline is doing a lot of work. The Lincolns is popped, he's gonna take out both of the supports though, maybe not. He gets sheeped up by Showstopper. Epic's on the other side of this fight, picking up a double kill. Backtrack goes out here by Jay, looks like he's just gonna run away. Epix picks up another kill, we're gonna go back for that.
Radiant's bottom tower is...
Alright, so we saw Weaver on the other side of this team fight initially. Now we're going to follow Epix maybe. As he just took out, okay, takes out the Shadow Demon there. Now he's going on the launcher. It looks like he took out that puck first. And that's going to be his, could have been a triple kill. Angel Baby picking up the 3rd kill there. So you can see how hard Epix is hitting right now. Doing a great job. And we didn't get this far yet, so maybe we should go back. Weaver's still on the prowl, trying to kill this poor Rubik. Those little bugs doing a lot of damage. So they wipe 4, they lose xKaiz. xKaiz got, actually didn't even get the Laguna Blade off. It was dodged. Nice disruption by Shadow Demon. But the team fight is won, and the tier 2 tower is doomed. So definitely working towards xKaiz's favor right there. Score 26-19 now. And they're going to retreat off of that as most are up for Team Thirst. And probably look to do the same thing. Maybe farm. No, just going to TP just to be really safe. Don't want to throw the advantage that they've reclaimed here in the last couple team fights. As we can see, the gold and XP graphs skyrocketing now. Gonna regroup as xKaiz and probably do the same thing. Bot. Wait for that Roche to come back up again. I don't know where the clock went, but it's got to be pretty soon coming up. Team Thirst got it the first time, and it went to Weaver.
Regeneration!
But we'll definitely need an Aegis to break that high ground. And I don't know if they have anyone going mech. It looks like Rubik's getting a Force Staff. Blink, maybe another set of drums or just a bracer to tank up for xKaiz. As CK already used all of his charges. He's got a BKB now as well. Force Staff, Gem, Blink here on Angel Baby. So he's looking pretty strong. Pretty much the full build for Batrider. Maybe work towards a pipe next. And Showstopper with the right call. Just more CC for that Weaver. Can throw his Shadow Strike even if he needs to on Weaver to pop the Lincolns and then Sheep. And yeah, Shadow Strike kept at level 1, so it doesn't even matter if he wastes it on Lincolns. So pretty good build here for this game. And then yeah, like I said, the Sheep Stick just for more CC, and looks like he's going to BKB after that, just so they can't be burst down by Ogre's multicasts. Or the Dream Coil by Puck. Can't really control the team fight. And I think Puck losing a lot more of his mid-game presence than the Quap. His Quap with that Sheep Stick. Gonna have BKB soon. We're gonna run amok here. And not a single hero that goes BKB normally, or at least early, on the side of Team Thirst. So I gave Puck, I think I said like 10 more minutes of carry time at 16-minute mark. So we've passed that, and I guess I was wrong, because I think Quap is still going to be a huge impact this game for the next few more minutes. as he picks up the BKB, so definitely going to be a huge impact as that item is finished, and they should wait for it for sure. The courier's going back to get that item, it looks like. Unless it just brought it out. How it works. Oh, okay, so it doesn't show the logo until it's on their person, not just when they complete it. So Quap has the BKB with him now, so that's going to be a big item. And looks like we had ourselves a little pause as there's a smoke here, over here by the Dire Ancients by Team Thirst. Meanwhile, xKaiz here pushing. Looks like this could catch them out, potentially give a nice initiation for this puck to get a Dream Coil off. But I think these two BKBs up right now, both 10-second charges, will be enough unless the supports. If the supports are caught and die instantly, I think this team fight's going to go the way of Team Thirst. I'm fast forwarding now. I'm impatient. And since I did the instant replays, I already spoiled how long the game was. Oh my god! Oh my god! 8 times is really fast! Alright, Bat Rider goes in from the trees here. The smoke gank was already revealed, but he actually lassoed an illusion, and now Puck comes in from the side. Showstopper with the BKB. Getting entangled though. Gonna get right-clicked down through that BKB. It doesn't preserve you from physical damage there. xKaiz still alive on the side. Shadow Demon has gone down. Rubik drops now. Looks like Jay is now focusing those supports. Super Dry trying to get off the stun. He gets it on Lena. xKaiz possibly going to go down here. Jay being chased down now. Going to get stunned up. Reality Rift with the Phantasms. Bring all those Phantasms together and immediately bursting down that Weaver. So Weaver is down. Puck still running amok a little bit. Epics going 1-on-1, 2-on-1 now against Super Dry. I guess not. The Spirit Bear's there as well. And now Weaver has bought back again the 3rd time. The BKB is popped. I don't know if that was the greatest idea. Maybe just body blocking to save Quap there. Sure, Quap goes back in, actually picks off the Lone Druid, but then goes down to Puck. So, wow, with that team fight, the buyback from Weaver again, right when it was off cooldown, probably. Team Thirst takes that fight, and Team Thirst gonna get the 2nd Roche that xKaiz desperately needs. They definitely needed the 1st one, but they really needed the 2nd Roche here to try to break that high ground and even get this last tier 2 tower that's still standing.
I feel like a broken record.
So a nice little boost to Team Thirst's confidence right there is. Well, they're probably not that demoralized. They know they've got the better carries in the late game, but losing a couple team fights in a row there, they finally managed to pull that one out, and they get this Roshan. Well, maybe they get this Roshan. Steve's about to die. They're gonna back out of that. They didn't have the Lone Druid to do it, so they actually back out. They're not gonna get the Roche. I thought Weaver, well, Weaver's bought back so many times, probably should have had an MKB already if he wasn't forced to buy back twice, but he was, and as a result, not able to actually do the Roche. So xKaiz is, they got to be very happy about that they didn't see 200 gold to the Dire team for slaying Roshan. And let's see, Super Dry here, working towards a mechanism. Let's do an overall item check here. So xKaiz, Blink Dagger, Mana Boots, Armlet, BKB, Drums, on Epics, probably going to get a Manta, I would imagine, just for more illusion. Angel Baby, working towards a BKB now as well. Showstopper on the Quap. Scythe the Vice, BKB, Miku here with the Force Staff. We got Toxin, that Puck. He's working towards his Sheepstick as well. It could also be a Linken's, but I think they need the Sheepstick just as much as xKaiz needed it. So possibly working towards that. Super Dry, as I just pointed out, going for that mechanism. Son of Fiery, it looks like he went Basher AC, so I think that's the right call. His item progression in this game. I think the Maelstrom would have been terrible, but the Basher just provides another bash chance to get another root. So just some more lockdown. Shadow Demon here as support, just mana boots, so pretty poor, buying up wards as well. And now we've got a Linken's and a Mithril Hammer on the Weaver. So it could be the beginnings of a BKB, but more likely a Deso, I think, here. And the mid lane, Super Dry gonna get picked off immediately. With the Phantasm ult going off. Spirit Bear trying to do some blocking, but it's going to get surrounded and it's going to go down. Reality Rift used. That's the 2nd Spirit Bear I've noticed him kill, so that's 600 gold just from bears that Epics has picked up. He popped his ultimate for this, so it's going to be down for 2 minutes. But killing that Ogre, maybe they can go in and do Roche. Although I think that's a pretty risky proposition with that Dream Coil still available. Just going to opt to back up to the creep wave and push down this tier 2 tower with that Ogre being down. Ogre doesn't provide a lot. I mean, the Bloodlust is nice in the team fight, and he's got probably one, maybe 2 guaranteed stuns he can get off. Yeah, 8 seconds, he's probably getting off 2. But I don't know if that'll be enough reason for Team Thirst not to fight here. They actually popped the Fortify, so they want to defend it. Batrider on the back lines, trying to go in. Pops his BKB. But can't find a lasso. Son of Fiery immediately sheeped up, but then Showstopper immediately bashed as well. Here's a disruption here on the Lone Druid to spy him some time. He gets stunned up for 3 seconds, so he's going to go down. Rubik down as well for xKaiz. Epic's getting kind of low right now. Going to have to back out, throw and earn. There's that lasso. Force Staff maybe used on that attempt. Pull Super Dry in, but he's not going to go down. And Weaver's Gemini attack is going to be enough. The gem's on the ground. Batrider has dropped it. 2 seconds stun on the Weaver. I don't know if it's going to be enough. This team fight is suddenly looking very good right now for Team Thirst, as they've killed 3, lost 1, and also preserved their tier 2 tower. So holding on to that last little bit of map control.
Sorry, I just noticed. In a blow to the Dire,
And now
their
Showstopper
bottom tower has fallen.
in a bit of trouble. The Dire losing bottom tier 1 tower. It looks. Oh no, sorry. The Dire do lose the top tower to the creep, but another big team fight win. Score now 27-32. Team Thirst with 27 kills, so they're slowly catching up, and this time they will get the Roshan. And that's that Mechanism featured. I wish Mechanism was a featured item on the little pop-up. It seems like it should be. But anyway, Super Dry. It's got that Mechanism finished. It's a very light Mechanism. Let's be honest. But I mean, what else is he really gonna go? He can go in Ags, but he's not gonna get that much farm. And that other ability isn't really that great. Just one more stun. I don't know. I mean, it is good, but in the competitive scene, he's not gonna get it, and I don't think it's gonna provide that much. This is most likely gonna be burst down pretty quickly. So the mech is better, even though 40 minutes in. And yeah, it looks like the Desolator instead of a BKB. Weaver not normally, a hero that goes for BKB. I don't think it behaves nicely with Saguchi. I don't know if Saguchi purges it off. I don't think so. But, I don't know, it's not a hero you go BKB on, because the backtrack does purge it off. So if you BKB and then have to backtrack, you can waste pretty much all your BKB charge. I don't know. I guess it's still a situational item. You might have to get it sometimes. But with the Laken Sphere, you don't really need it. And picking up that Deso, it's got the Aegis as well, so gonna do a ton of damage. The Deso, the minus armor, it's nice for pushing. So gonna do a lot more damage to structures that way. He's 11-3 and 11, so Weaver having a really good game. Definitely a bigger impact than the Batrider, only 2-3 and 17. He provided some nice early pickoffs to push some towers, so I guess Batrider served his purpose. But right now in this game, he's not really providing a whole lot. Having a hard time getting a Blink Lasso combination. As, the heroes are pretty fast. Weaver's quick, Lone Druid's in the back. Puck can phase it or just silence him. Shadow Demon can disrupt himself or the Batrider. The only real target for the Blink Lasso right now is the Ogre, which isn't a bad idea. You pull Ogre into your team, it's not going to hurt you. He only has a single target stun, so it's not like pulling in a Magnus and then Magnus RPs and your team is like, really? You lassoed Magnus? And we grouped around that. We were dumb enough to group around that after you lassoed him. So it's nothing like that. Really the only target right now. But he does still provide a lot of teamfight control, a lot of damage to the supports with the Firefly. To cancel the TPs with that Flame Break. Let's see what Quap is working towards. It got the ultimate orb. Quap now going for Lincoln, so that'll be also really big. Lincoln's BKB up on Quap. Picking up the DD as well. Will they decide to push off of this? I don't know. The Dire got some more defensive wards out now. They don't want to be jumped in their own jungle. Even though they're down here sort of team farming this ancient stack, it looks like. Son of Fiery getting pretty close to the AC. I don't know where his bear is heading. Bear going back to heal. It's got the Hyperstone already. He's got the plate mail and the chainmail, so he just needs the recipe now. So he's about 1,000 off from an AC. And with that AC Deso, that's going to be a lot of minus armor in those team fights. Take that CK down pretty quick if they can find the right one through that Phantasm, his ultimate there. And the Reaver picked up on Epic Epics, definitely going towards the heart. Force Staff finished. Looks like xKaiz did turn it into a drums. They wanted some more charges. Got a Blink Dagger as well on the Lena. Quap has finished the Lincoln, so this Quap is just so rich. I've been on the levels for so long on that side tab. I'm sorry. Quap's still the highest net worth right now, 17,000. Due to all the buybacks on Weaver for sure. CK at 14,000, and then Weaver a little bit behind that at 13.5k. So still a very close game, and Team Thirst with the potential to turtle for a lot longer and yeah, just out carry. But we can see the lead here. It is a 12,000 gold lead right now for xKaiz. Team Thirst, 5,000 XP lead right now. Whoops, sorry. The graphs are backwards. Dire should be on top to be consistent with the way they do everything else, but that's another story. Sorry. xKaiz on the Radiant here, 12,000 gold lead, and still a 5,000 XP lead, but that pretty much means nothing right now. 43 minutes into the game. But the gold is a sizable lead. It's 2.5, 3 big items advantage over Team Thirst. If you think about it in those terms. English is hard. A bit of a chase here by Team Thirst, probably not something they necessarily want to be doing. Quap, though, is all the way in the mid lane and has really no ability to TP over, so actually chase probably not a bad idea as there's not very many towers. Thompson picks that kill off on Rubik, and it looks like they back off just after that. Still 3 tier 2s up for Team Thirst, so... I'm losing my mind. Still 3 tier 2s up for xKaiz right now, so Team Thirst has the opportunity to possibly group and push some towers, catch up on that gold graph as a result. I mean, that's almost half. I don't know, it's like a quarter of the advantage in gold right now would be those 3 towers. Oh, maybe, yeah, about half, honestly. Close to half. If you count in that last hit with the tower gold, you get all 3 of those towers. It's about half of the gold lead, so shows how important towers really are in this game, and not just for map control, but also economic reasons. But I think everyone is pretty much, even the noobs of Dota are pretty much on that page. Or maybe not the map control part of it, but for sure the economic gain. It's very nice to get towers, especially when you're a poor support. Looks like Shadow Demon working towards the latest earn in history. AC finished now as well on Lone Druid, so that'll increase their team fight exponentially right there. That minus armor on the Weaver as well. So going for like the EG build here is Jay on this Weaver. But it's a good item to pick up. It synergizes nice with the AC, as I've mentioned a couple times, and most people would probably realize all that minus armor is a good thing. Maybe trying to split push with the Quap. Quap's got the Lincolns and a BKB, so gonna be hard to gank, but also gonna be hard to regroup. Quap to regroup with the team unless they're pushing every lane to the tier 3s. It's not like they have a Coddle that can just resummon or anything like that. Coddle was actually the last ban by Team Thirst, if I remember correctly. And I'll have to ask Kai if they just ran out of time or forgot to ban or what happened. They didn't ban their last ban. And if that ban was Puck, I think this game would have been over a long time ago. That Dream Coil is just so nice in team fights. Now he's got that Sheepstick, now he's got that Blink. So Puck doing well for himself, but as we can see from the net worth, I mean, still almost half the farm or half the net worth of the Quap. Looks like Angel Baby has picked up a plate mail, probably going for a Shiva's. That'll be a good item this game. Slow down that attack speed of the Spirit Bear, of the Weaver, and the Lone Druid. And also Puck. I mean, Puck hits for a bit now, too.
Silence.
But now both teams sort of farming it. Everyone a little too scared. The next couple team fights are really going to determine how long this game is drawn out. And obviously, as I've also stated a few times this game, the more drawn out it is, I'd have to say it favors Team Thirst. One more team fight, that'll split about half the difference of that gold, and then push some towers, there's the other difference. And suddenly, they're in the lead with the better carries. So one more, maybe 1.5 team fights, 2 team fights go south for xKaiz, trying to break that high ground. They're going to be in a lot of trouble here. The Aegis is actually down on Jay now. Roshan respawning in about 3 to 4 minutes, so xKaiz is definitely going to wait for that and probably try to force their next engagement around that Rosh pit. Maybe even smoke a little bit before, try to get a pick off to make sure that Rosh is safe, and then go for the high ground. Let's check the buyback status here of Team Thirst. That'll be important. Weaver, again, playing a smart game, saving up lots of money, so he always has the buyback. He's already bought back twice, and both of those buybacks were very necessary. and definitely saved the game.
Silence.
Heart now up on CK. However, for Weaver, it did delay some of his items and went for this Deso instead of the MKB. There's no hero that's going to go Butterfly, so I guess MKB not really needed, but it's still a crap ton of damage, and it does cancel TPs. But the Deso, arguably better this game. Alright, so Quap given the slip here to the enemy team. All 5 chasing right now as xKaiz is just mounting a force in the bot lane to maybe push up to Rax, and this is without the Aegis, or maybe just push out the lane at least and then turn around for the Aegis as Quap pops the BKB. They've got nothing to go through that, and TP's back home. And meanwhile, everyone's stranded out here. They all have TPs though, so that could have been a professional full team bait right there. But it might actually be the death of this tier 3 tower. The Phantasms are going at it, and they're very tanky right now. CK just picked up the heart. They get the tower. They might even get the Rax as the team is chasing here. They don't really realize the Phantasms are back here. There's only 2 very weak supports. They've got about 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds. The Fortify is popped just off of the Phantasms. Now, if xKaiz can find themselves a Roshan and then go back up to that high ground, the tower is gone. The Rax has 2 HP. Okay, well that's an exaggeration. It is low. 161 HP. Slowly regenning now. Toxin looking for a pick off. The rest of the team a little bit further behind him. Maybe even Team Thirst setting up for the Rosh. They know how important this next Rosh is going to be. Are they going to drop any wards for Vision to the other side to try to burst it fast? Maybe surprise xKaiz. Maybe they don't even have a Rosh timer, but I'd highly doubt that at this level of play. Ghost Scepter up now on Lina, going to buy her a lot of time in those team fights to get off all her abilities. So it'll be able to get off everything because everything she casts is magical, and yeah, it looks like they are just gonna go straight into that Rosh bit, and this is the Rosh that xKaiz really desperately needs, and it's gone. Team Thirst has it. 49-25. It goes down, and they're gonna give it to Weaver again, so pretty much no surprise there. Sometimes you'll give it to the Spirit Bear, but CK a hero that can burst the Spirit Bear in about 2 seconds, even with its HP. So the only reason you'd give the Aegis to Lone Druid is so he can die, his bear can run around with Radiance, can run around with items and do damage while he's dead, if the other team isn't really capable of killing it. But since they can kill the bear in about 1 second, it doesn't really make any sense to give it to Lone Druid, who's not as farmed as this Weaver. Although he's catching up substantially, he's only about 2 grand behind right now, and had such a bad early game. Not that he played bad, but they invested a lot of time in shutting down the Lone Druid. Now Bloodlust showing its potential here. At 16% speed increase, 50 attack speed. Weaver doing a whole lot of damage right now. Shiva's Guard now actually picked up on the Bat Rider, so that'll provide some more team fight and make the Bat Rider a little more relevant as this game continues on. What is this low? Didn't they buffed it actually? They fixed the range to actually 900. Like I think it was supposed to be. It was like 1,000 for some reason. The attack slow now is 40. So I actually want to say they buffed it to 50, or maybe it was the movement speed they brought from 30 to 40. I don't know, because some of the stuff they changed, they didn't really update the tooltips correctly. Like Huskar's buff placer still says attack damage instead of magic resist. But anyway, different story. Lich's ult also says 7 bounces now instead of 10. But that's probably going to be all fixed tonight, or already was, and I just wasn't paying attention. Mech up here on the Rubik as well. Maybe time to do an item check. Supports are getting pretty rich now for both teams. Well, that's relative, I guess, but Shadow Demon here with the Mana Boots, Urn of Shadows, like I said a while ago. The gem now that Bat Rider dropped is up on that Lone Druid. We can see what CK's got there. He's got that Heart, BKB, Force, Shiva's Blink on that Bat Rider. One of the richest Bat Riders I've seen in a while. Probably because I haven't seen Bat Rider in a while. But anyway, team fight starting here in the bot lane. Puck gets things started off with this nice 3-man silence. Pops the Dream Coil as well, but BKB and Shiva's Guard go off by Angel Baby. So he pretty much served his purpose, but kind of caught out there. xKaiz goes down, Angel Baby's down. So now it's 5-on-2. And for the first time this entire game, pretty much Team Thirst finding themselves as the aggressors. They're pushing down this bottom tier 2 tower. Quap, however, the reason the team fight wasn't taken on the side of xKaiz, now pushing top, trying to do a trade, forcing the TPs back actually.
That Radiant's bottom tower has
And
fallen.
wow, gonna get Toxin actually right here. No, nice disruption to buy some time, but I think Showstopper's way stronger than both of these two. And somehow Toxin came out of that with so much HP. I don't really know. But wow, this Quap clicks like a truck. This Quap has an AC. Didn't see that on the instant items. So it looks like when there are so many items in the game, you will still miss them even with that nice pop-up. The Quap with an AC, hitting like a truck, attacking really fast. Still lots of magic damage as well for the supports. And even Puck without the BKB. I don't know. How did Puck regen so much health when she phase shifted? She was at like a quarter and then maybe she had a rune. I don't know if Pop regen in phase, if it actually regens you through that. I guess it probably does, so maybe that's what happened. And Jay in trouble. He gets sheeped up from the burst here by Showstopper. The Lincolns is popped. He blinks away. In a nice direction here. I don't know if Puck will be... Yeah, Puck, the damage is there. Lone Druid gonna pick up that kill there on Quap. But Quap causing quite a ruckus. Let's see what CK is working towards now. He's got the Yasha. Now he's going for that Manta just to have super tanky illusions. Gonna have 3 and then 2. So 5 illusions and himself. Or I guess Phantasms in CK's case. So looking really strong. Still 13 and 5. 200 last hits, not an insane amount of farm. Quap here 386. Wow. Lone Druid now caught up 260. Batrider 249. 220 on the Weaver. 217. And meanwhile, as that's going down, Team Thirst still the aggressors again, taking out that mid tier 2 tower. Now they've only got 1 tier 2 standing for xKaiz, and that gold graph still the farming here. Going on the Radiant's favor, and they picked off that tier 3 tower as well. So, you know, 12k, 13k advantage right now. XP non-issue right now, so I don't even know I'm looking at it, but it's like 2,000 in favor of the xKaiz on the Radiant. And let's see what else this bear is going for. How much is... He's got 7,000 gold. I'd say he could probably buy another item. Go all in, get a rapier, do it. It's just preseason, come on. But if they do drop that, game is pretty much over. Bariza finished up here on the Weaver. I don't know why I even still call it that. Daedalus picked up here on the Weaver. Bariza obviously from Dota 1, and Monkey King Bar picked up on the Bear. Seems like a bit of a strange item. It's just the highest straight up right click damage item you can get besides a rapier, so it looks like he's not going to be going for that. Like I said, MKB wasn't the best choice on Weaver this game, as no one on the other team is going to go Butterfly, but I mean, I don't think you even consider that half the time you build that on the Weaver. It's just like I said, the highest actual right click damage item that you can just buy that doesn't drop on death. And the mini stun is nice, can't really deny that. But it looks like the push is going out here. Angel Baby looking for a pickoff here. Might find it. Can't be tempted by that Weaver as he's got Lincolns unless someone pops it. That would be a nice little play. But it looks like they're just 4-manning bot. Showstopper going to try to split push top. It's like a Lone Druid himself might just roll top to try to deal with this Quap. But I don't know. Quap's doing a lot of damage. I think Quap could possibly even take out this Lone Druid. But I don't know, not with the bear there. What? And meanwhile, when I was kind of spacing out, Puck finished that Lincoln Sphere, so they haven't seen that yet. xKaiz hasn't seen the Lincoln Sphere, so that could potentially, if Batrider goes for the lasso on Puck, which he hasn't been all game, and shouldn't be Puck a hard hero to catch in that lasso. Yeah, could be a surprise though, maybe if CK tries to stun. And he'll be stunless for quite a while after that. But the Phantasms are popped, so I think this is go. Lone Druid in the top lane, a little occupied right now, going against this Lone Druid here. The bottom racks go down to the Phantasms almost immediately, and now at this 56-minute game, maybe drawing to a close as they pick off that rocks. Quap gonna live in the top. That forced the TP's top as well, just to save the Lone Druid, even though he still has enough money for buyback for sure. And no one goes down there, but the melee racks are down, so xKaiz gets what they really came for there. Batrider gonna go farm some more because he doesn't feel like he has enough items. Epic still farming up. He's got the Manta now. So everyone pretty much fully slotted. I guess if he really wants another item, he'll sell those drums, pick up something else, maybe that MKB. But the Parisa's there. I didn't really see Jay even try to defend the bot towers, maybe just worried about getting picked off. I don't know if he went top to help Lone Druid. Didn't really see. Quap could find himself in a little bit of trouble here. Even if he tries to TP out, Weaver's got the damage to just kill him, but doesn't look to be the case. They're just going to push the wave. Quap blinking way back into the trees. May actually just stay here, as the rest of his team is grouping up in the mid lane to try to push that down. They've got the bottom racks. Now they need to. Now they've got to go against towers though in the other lanes. So they weren't fortunate enough to split push any other tier 3 towers down besides the bot lane. Now let's see, the 4th Roshan actually not too far away. Maybe like a minute. Yeah, about a minute and 30 seconds. So looks like xKaiz could be potentially lining up to get their first Rosh of the game, which will actually be the 4th Rosh of the game. So. And were those Manta illusions going out? Yeah, they are. Fighting a Shadow Demon illusion. So big CK versus CK battle going on over there. But I think they were actually CK illusions. So I don't know if I would assume that would affect how strong they are. They probably take the base damage from the illusions, and then that's reduced by the percentage that the illusions are reduced for Shadow Demon. So they probably that's why that battle lasted a little while. Whereas the Phantasms, unless it was a Phantasm, they still hit for full, if not more. Let's check that out. Full, yeah, they deal full damage and take double. Very nice Dream Curl going out there. Actually, yeah.
Oh, skill shot!
Alright, so I've done some thought processing after Rubik got picked off there. The illusions do 60. The damage they take is increased by 2, so technically the SD illusions of the CK Phantasm would do more damage to the Phantasms. Boom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just a little bit more though.
Radiant's structures are not
20%
only
more, I guess.
fortified,
But anyway,
they are
Team Thirst back on
glowing.
the aggression, but now going to be forced back as Showstopper still just pushing and pushing away. Going to get silenced up. He probably just wants the tower. He might even die for this. He's got the buyback. He's going to get the tower, pops the BKB, blinks away, and he's going to get out. He's not even going to go down. No, he's not. The Gemini attack is there. He gets out, but the attack at the last second dies in the fountain. So close to home. And with that death, Rubik and Quap down the 4th Rosh. I think the 4th Rosh. Maybe the 3rd. Jesus here again. I don't know, 3rd or 4th Rosh. I'm losing count. Gonna go towards Team Thirst. So they've taken every single Rosh this game, and I'd have to say, xKaiz maybe could have controlled the Rosh pit a little better, or not taken a team fight, or played more defensively as Rosh was coming up to ensure that they got it. And I think this could have been over faster.
Oh dear.
And with xKaiz taking a win early instead of being drawn out.
Regeneration.
And it looks like the cheese goes to the LD, and of course the Age is going to go to Weaver again. And now Team Thirst going on the aggression. If they get a lane of racks here, this could be the game for Team Thirst, or even a team wipe. I mean, buybacks are up on every important player right now, except I take that back. It's up on Batrider, it's not up on CK. He still needs 900 gold. Puck, it's going to be up on Puck in 30, so Justin, yeah, it's up right now. So pretty much everyone with the buybacks except CK. Potentially game losing right there if the team fight goes south, CK drops, and then Team Thirst could just go ahead and get 2 lanes of racks off of that. But now into a 61-minute game, going on the aggression for, I guess, the 3rd time here. Is the first time they went, they pushed this tower, and then they pushed the mid tower, and now they're coming for the mid racks. And everyone here right now. Shadow Demon lagging a little behind, but the tier 3 tower just taking so many hits, it's gone already. And now they're going for the melee racks. Rubik disappears, got crit like 8 times. Phantasm is out though, Son of Fiery being focused out. He's got the cheese, but he couldn't even use it as he was lassoed up. Puck trying to throw out as much damage as possible. Jay on the back lines. xK with the Ghost Scepter. The Sheep comes in from Quap. The Aegis has dropped. xKai dies as well. Throws out a Sonic Wave, doing a lot of damage. Puck getting pretty low, but Puck looks like he will get out of here. Weaver, in the meantime, doing a lot of damage on the back line. CK's there, still full health, very healthy. I guess that was a bit redundant, but I think this is going to be the death of Jay. The Light Strike Array, of all the stunts to stun Weaver right there, is going to take him out. And that's 3 heroes down right now. And let's see where the buyback statuses are at right now. Weaver has it, yes. Shadow Demon, yes. Ogre, no. Yes, no. So it was a good attempt there for TT, but they lost the Aegis. They lost the cheese. They didn't lose the cheese, but Lone Druid did buy back after that. So he's already bought back. There's the buyback from the Shadow Demon. Maybe they'll think that's enough to stop it. Weaver probably not wanting to buy back again, but will if he has to. And that's a straight up Necrobook 3 for this final, possibly final push here.
Dire's middle tower is under an
Just straight up Necrobook 3 there for the club. And Tier 3 tower is gone. This could be the second lane of Rax. Fortify isn't even available. Puck goes in to try to stop this. xKaiz pops the Ghost Scepter to live a little longer. Showstopper is immediately bursted down. His Necro units, though, also taken out, so they didn't really provide anything. Actually, no, this one's still here providing that aura. But the mid melee Rax are down, so that's 2 lanes of Rax right now for xKaiz. So now all they got, and the Tier 3 tower down top. Quap got that a little while ago with that almost TP back to base, dying right at the base of the fountain. But now they rotate over to do that. And xKaiz just needs to get that last lane of Rax and can pretty much just sit back after that. Team Thirst not really here with the lineup that can come back from Megas. But I mean, I guess they sort of can. Do a Hail Mary play, I guess. And sort of just go for it once the Megas are there. That's about the only chance they would have. But actually, yeah, sort of already going for that play with 2 lanes of Rax down. They're just going right back to push. It's going to be another team fight. Quap is down for 40 seconds. Doesn't have any buyback. So here comes that the push in by Team Thirst again, trying to get their first lane of Rax. Looks like Rubik's got an Ools. Or was Ools, excuse me. He's got a Ghost Scepter as well now. CK pops the Phantasm going on the Spirit Bear. It was stunned up. He changes his target actually over to Jay. Jay gets bursted down immediately. Doesn't have buyback now as he just bought back, and this team fight looks like it could possibly be the game. Batrider didn't even go down this fight, got everything off. Shadow Demon goes down on the back line. No, he's got a Ghost Scepter as well. Epics though still running around. So is Lone Druid. So is the Spirit Bear. 4 seconds stun on Son of Fire. This could be his death, but he is just straight tanking these Phantasms. There's a crit finally. I think Epics got in about 10 hits there before he crit once. But anyways, Lone Druid down, Weaver down, neither with buyback right now. And I think this has got to be the final push at 64 minutes now for xKaiz to just go throne it already. They told me the game was long, but I didn't know it was going to be this long. But at any rate, it's been a pretty exciting, and Showstopper picking up a kill there on Puck. And looks like support on support battle there. xKaiz going to take that Shadow Demon down. And Showstopper just running for the mid lane. He's got 45 seconds to get 2 tier 4s, or going for the Megas is the safer bet. It might extend the game, God forbid, but going for the Megas is definitely the better idea right now. The 4-time multicast. Thought he was gonna die, but just the Shiva's used to take off, take out the Batrider, and of course, Twin of Pain disconnects, but it looks like Rubik just gonna play, and the GG is actually just gonna be called there by Toxin. So indeed, it was a good game. It was a fun game to watch. 43-37, the final score, about 65-minute game time. So well played to both teams. We'll just stay in this to get that score screen up. I'm Helium from fmbpdota. Gonna be doing a cast from CEVO or NLGS or something, or even a pro game maybe, if I can't find anything else to cast, every night at 9 p.m. Central. So please tune in, please subscribe, twitch.tv/fmbpdota, youtube.com/fmbpdota. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, or I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I know I sort of just started this nightly broadcast. I will be gone the 17th, 18th, and 19th, and possibly 2 days before that, some other plans came up. The first time I've had plans in like 6 months, so it's a little nice for me. But anyways, expect a regular broadcast in a week's time every night, and I'll try to continue with that as much as possible until then. But here's your score screen, and hope you enjoyed. I'm out.